Alright, we should be live, Familia. Cool, cool. What up, what up? Alright, so we're going to continue. We're on the 6th hole of Whispering Pines. Have a nice little drive here. Drivable hole. Not drivable, but we will be using our driver. It's 421, par 4. A beautiful shot. Did not read though. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Man, why didn't it read? That's weird. Dang. So the one that we hit really well didn't read, and this one's going right into the bunker. That's so unfortunate. Okay. Well, 187. Nothing we can do about that. We've got a nice 5-iron shot here. Ooh. How unfortunate. How very so unfortunate. That's okay. We live and we learn. It's so odd though. Because it says I am streaming to Twitch, but I don't know. I feel like we're missing out a lot on not having different platforms at the same time. So yeah, we're gonna try to get this up over the lip. Which we did. Wow, that was actually a nice shot. Very impressed with that one. Very nice, very nice. Don't forget to throw a like in there, subscribe, say what's up in the chat. See how we doing. 25 yards here. Sit down. Oh, barely stayed in. I would have not liked to putt that one. That would have been a tough putt. All right, 378. This will be a driver hole again. So we're gonna see if we can make sure it reads this time so we can get our nice drive in. We've got par 4, 378, very gettable. We should be able to score on this one. Focus on some good contact, keeping that right leg down, you know, without doing what I wanted to do. Look at that. Can't complain. All right. 134. So that'll be 80% of a 9, maybe? I think I like that play. 80% of a 9. I have to sit a bit. No? Not terrible. Oh, we got a false front. All right, so we're gonna have a long, nice little putt here. I'm a big fan of putting on this simulator. It's very difficult. Which putting on any simulator is gonna be pretty difficult because it's never gonna be real putting. It's never gonna be the real thing. So the lines help on saying and dictating where the putt's gonna go. So it's looking like going left to right here, a pretty big amount uphill. So I'm gonna take it maybe like a couple feet out actually. Have it run down that hill, uphill. Oh, barely. You'd have to take it even more left of that. I thought I went too far left. But alright, so that's a par. That'll keep us at a solid 2 over through 8, which we should be scoring a little bit now we're on here. I think we're gonna just take a nice smooth drive here. We don't want to overextend it so we get into the rough, you know. Maybe don't forget to like the stream, comment, say what's up. Yeah, appreciate y'all for joining, tuning in. I had not been, well, the goal is to get to scratch golf by the end of 365 days, starting from November 3rd, when I first started the stream. And so far we've been on track to doing pretty good. We just have to get our long irons down. Yeah, that stopped fading a little bit. Should be all right. Yeah, roll out. Kind of hit our number pretty perfectly there. Be happy with that one. Gives us a nice chance into this par 5. Nice scoreable par 5. So now we're going to hit our 3-wood. Try to just get up to the green here, because the elevation change does help with our distance. So let's just hit a nice smooth 3-wood. The Velcro on my gloves are giving out. Might have to get some new gloves soon. I'll be good. Might have to go. Yeah. Okay, that wasn't bad. I'll have a nice chip and putt at it. Stayed pretty straight, which we like. Happy about that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Want to ask some questions or wondering some things about golf or where I'm at with my game. I've actually played tennis my whole life and just transitioned into golf, trying to get to scratch. So I've only been at it for about 5 years now, but I only started getting consistently within the last 2. So 27 yards, gonna get a nice little flop here. Ooh, just outside the circle. Okay. So we are gonna have to putt this one. That is A-okay. Because we love putting. It's actually my favorite thing in actual golf when I'm out on the course. I really do enjoy putting. Chipping and putting are my 2 biggest strengths, I would say. Chipping's a little bit more of a strength. Putting can be worked on, especially over pressure putts. Pressure putts are huge. When you get a 4-footer, like this is a pretty good pressure putt. Goes left to right a little bit downhill. So I'm going to aim about a cup out. See what we can do here. Oh, blew it by. But we gave it a chance, so that's all that matters. You'd hate to leave a birdie putt short. Not the best thing to do. But yeah, no, I just started getting into this game. I'm having a good time, trying to practice in the off season. I'm from Michigan, so you don't get golf all year round. So that's why I invested in myself a little bit, doing the simulator practice every 5 days a week, like I said, trying to get those numbers up, trying to get my driver a little bit more distance, and trying to get my long irons more straight. But it takes a while, man. It's a lot of room for improvement with golf. You're never really satisfied. My best round has been a 2 over a really easy course. It was only about 6,000 yards, but I was very proud of myself for that one, staying consistent the whole round. Oh, I might have to go a little bit. No? All right. That wasn't bad. It was not terrible. 151 ball speed. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it for sure. 107. 107. That would be my 48 degree. This Cleveland RTX 6. I got this a couple years ago when I started getting into the game. Actually, I got it last year. Really like it. Really love Cleveland's clubs. They feel very solid. Yeah, but the goal is to take this somewhere, man. I wanna do something with golf, right? Get my full-time career. Might have to go. Yeah. But I felt good about that. It was pretty online. Just had to gauge the distance a little bit better. That's a good thing. When you guys are starting to get into golf, I would always recommend getting your distances first, trying to figure out how far you hit each club so that when you get on course, you can be confident in being like, oh, I've got 150 yards out. I know my 5-iron, or sorry, not 5-iron, my 9-iron goes around 145, 150. So that'll be a good club to use here. But yeah, all those things are great metrics to know before you go out there and start playing with your friends. Just going to the range, tracking your distances. Because golf's getting very popular at the moment. Well, it has been over the past couple of years, since COVID. So we gotta look like a straight putt here. Just hit a nice straight putt. Just missed it a little bit on the left-hand side. That's all right. That'll be another par. Whew. I'm surprised I pulled that one. Usually my miss is a push, which is not bad. Okay, so 216. This will be my 5. Is it my 5-iron? I don't know. Part of me wants to hit a 3-wood. So I think that is what we're going to do. We're going to hit a 3-wood right at it. Choke up a little bit more because my 3-wood sometimes goes 220. That'll fly over the green here. So yeah, we'll just keep a nice 90% maybe swing. Choke up on the 3-wood. Hit up on it a little bit. And because we are in the tee box, I am going to tee this ball up a little bit just so we can try to get a little bit of extra height. Because if it were in the middle of the fairway, I wouldn't be able to tee it up, right? All right, let's see. Trying to hit up on this ball a little bit. Oh, I might have juiced it. Just a little bit. Sit soft. Oh, come down that hill a little bit? Okay. That's pretty good. All right. I'm happy with that one. That did everything we wanted to. Hola. Hey, Valerie Velez. How you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate for the like. Where are you from, Valerie? I'd love to know. I'm assuming somewhere that they speak Spanish because you say hola. Actually, I really want to visit Portugal. That's on my to-do list, is to visit Portugal and Mexico, obviously. But I think everyone was saying Portugal is a better Spain. It's more friendly people, and a lot cheaper prices. But Spain's also beautiful. They're both on my bucket list. Hoping to go there within the next year. Oh, just missed. Just missed on the left-hand side. Man, that was a good attempt, though. I'm glad I gave it a chance. But you always see those putts, and you're like, man, it could have gone in. But what are you gonna do? I think we did a good attempt, took a good stab at it. You know, with every type of birdie putt, every type of chance you get to score on the course, you want to leave the putt past the hole. You don't want to leave it short because that means it had no chance. If you leave it a little bit past the hole, it means you at least gave it a little bit of a go ahead. All right. So we're going to take our driver here, hopefully hit it around 260, 270. Oh, don't hit the tree. Oh, it hit the tree. Okay. That was actually a lucky bounce. Which we should have probably taken a little bit more to the left. That's all right. 194. So this will be our 5-iron now. Let's see. 194. 94 here. Oh, be good. I caught that really well. Oh, just short. I think it accounted for the rough, but man, that felt so good. Maybe a little higher apex would have gotten there, but wow, that felt really good. I'm very happy with that contact. As you can see, I'll actually show you here where on the club I actually hit that, which is cool with this system. Yeah, I hit that pretty much dead center contact. Sorry, that was a terrible circle. As you can see, yeah, a little bit open, maybe got a little bit of ground beforehand. As you can see, the club kind of started hitting the grass there and just hit after, and that face angle was a degree open, so some things to think about for my next 5-iron shot, but those are really cool analytics to look at. All right, 18 yards. Gonna have a nice pop-up sand shot here. Oh, it did not read, okay. Yeah, one thing with the simulator, you gotta wait till it gets green on the bottom right-hand corner, else it won't read. Oh, gotta hit it a little bit harder than that. Giving ourselves a hard look for par here. So hopefully we can roll this one in. That's cool though. I got some Spanish viewers. That's awesome. I'm trying to gain my audience from everywhere, right? That's the fun thing about YouTube, is you can kind of talk to anyone from all around the world. Oh, gotta go. It was right in the heart too, man. Hate to see it. So that's what I mean by leaving a putt short. It wasn't a birdie putt, but it did matter. It would have been the difference between gaining a point and not gaining anything. So, all right, well, not terrible. So we've got another par 5 here. We're gonna take it a little bit more or less aggressive and just try to get it over that end of the bunker on the right-hand side. So this will be use our driver. Driver I use is a QI 10 LS. I used to use my so I upgraded to this one. I've been loving it. I love it ever since. Yeah, we kind of swung out of our shoes with that one, but that'll be all right. Glad I aimed a little bit more to the left because I was not carrying that bunker. Okay, let's see if we can actually make this in 3 here. Yeah, so we're gonna just hit a nice 3-wood. Hit a nice 3-wood, try to get a nice distance here to make a good stab at it. So we'll take a nice smooth swing, keep it straight. Yeah, might have to go a bit. No, we're good. Okay, because I didn't catch that very well. I caught it more on the bottom of my club face, which is another thing with golf, and you want to catch everything as square on the club face as possible. Because, like, let's say you hit it a little bit thin, right? You hit it a little bit thin over here. It's not going to go as far as if you hit it a great contact with a great attack angle, which is something you got to remember. Every time is like, if the ball didn't go as far as you want, or maybe it went a little too far, it's usually about the contact. If you're used to hitting it on the top of the face, below the face, you're not going to be as consistent as if you keep hitting it in the center. So 72 yards, take a nice good swing at it. Might be all right. Oof. This close. Yeah, that's another thing what's cool about golf is when you hit a nice shot, you can kind of tell after. So I was like, it might be all right. You know, that was more than all right. That was awesome. That was one of our better shots today. Almost came out to hole it. That would have been nice. That would have been pretty cool. So we're going to tee this one up because we are on the tee box, but the only reason I'm hitting a 3-wood here is I'm scared of going too far past the fairway on this one. Ooh, I pulled it a little bit. I hope it just fades a little. Oh, could we catch that hill? Good bounce into the fairway. All right, we'll take it. You can almost see at the end of my swing though, my arm wasn't extended, so I kind of like tucked it. That's why I went left, which are really cool metrics to think about when you're playing. 168, this will be our 7-iron. We haven't hit the 7-iron today, so that'll be cool. Get a nice, good swing at it. Let's see. Yeah, I want to keep this left arm straight as possible, I would say, for all the newer golfers out there. Keeping the left arm straight as possible, and keeping the weight on your heels is huge as well if you're just starting to learn. Ooh, sprayed it. Left that face angle open. That's why we missed a lot of distance, and that's why I went so far right. So at the impact, it wasn't like this. It was, I want to say 5, I'm going to guess 5 degrees open. So let's actually see the actual result. Wow, it actually says it was only, oh, I came across it, I see. Because that was, face angle was pretty close there. Huh, okay. That is good to know. There's a lot of factors with this game, man. A lot of factors. So we got 26 yards. We're gonna go for a nice little pop-up flop shot. Clipped it a little bit. That might be all right. Nah, a little bit too far. It's all right. Flop shots are one of the hardest shots in golf because if you clip it a little bit too much on the thin side, it's not going to permit some good results. You're going to hit it too far, which is a shank, or you're going to maybe hit it too chunky and it's not going to go anywhere. So flop shots, you kind of only want to do them when you need to. That's something I practiced a lot when I first started, so I'm very confident in my flop game. But I don't recommend everybody try the flop until you kind of practice a lot. So we've got a downhill putt. A little left to right. Give it a good swing here. Ooh, gotta hit it harder than that. And a little more left. Not really giving the putts here a chance. But that'll be 3 over through 14. So that's not terrible. I'm actually a big fan of that. 200 yards, the elevation change is down 8 yards. So this is going to be more like a 192 shot. So this will be our 5-iron again. And another thing that's really important when you're starting as a new golfer is get fitted for grips. I mean, if you get some new clubs and everything, start swinging or whatever, but really, you really want to get fitted for grips because that's a huge proponent of the game. I know John Daly and Bryson DeChambeau talk about that a lot. Big proponent to getting clean strikes all the time as a newer beginner golfer, which I still have to get fitted for a couple grips. It's just, I've really liked the ones I've had for now. Oh, sprayed it a little bit. I had great contact, so it should be there, but yeah. Just kind of cut through a little sawed-off finish. Gotta get a little bit better than that, but yeah. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't feel free to say something in the chat. Say what's up. How your day's going. Favorite song right now for you. Where you're from, you know. I'd love to kind of get to know everybody. 25 yards. Go for a little flop here. Sit. Yeah, okay. Not terrible. Another par. We got to get some scoring done now. Let's see. This will be a good scoring hole. Just got to get our drive straight here. Not hit it too hard, just hit it about 80%. That way we're not juicing it too far past the fairway. That felt really bad. I caught that way low on the face, so hopefully we can step back and not swing at something like that next time. Kind of realize what we're doing and where we need to be next time. All right, let's see. 108. 108, so that'll be, again, we'll be using our Cleveland RTX 6. I'm really a fan of this club. Just got it a year ago. It'll be my next shot. I'm taking about 80-90% of this one because it is tucked back to the right pin location. So hitting it on the number is very key. Yeah, hit that a little bit too much. Too much of an out to in swing. Instead of like this was more of an out to in versus in to out. Just gives you better contact, better rollout. Just it's kind of better in every way, I won't lie. That's why you see most of these pros go out to in. Sorry, in to out. Don't want to confuse everybody too much. So we got a big left to right slope here, uphill, so I have to be able to hit it a little bit, but I'm going to be aiming way left on this one. Go in. Let's go. Oh man, that was so far left. That was cool. Did not see that in the cards, but that was awesome actually. Big happy about that one. Yeah, let's get what we got? 286. So we got still another driver on this one. So that would be our first birdie of the day. Finally getting something back on the course. Now we've got a par 5, so back-to-back birdies would be pretty ideal here. I'm actually gonna take a practice swing here to try to get that in my brain. Trying to keep that right leg on the ground, getting above the ball, sitting on my heels, standing upright, coming back, popping up. I'm going to keep that right leg a little bit to the left so I can get a little bit more draw on the ball. It's got to carry. Yeah, so that's a little bit to the rough, which the grip didn't feel great there, I won't lie. I should have stepped back and taken a step at it. All right, so now we got 225. We'll hit a nice 3-wood here. Okay, here we go. Not bad. Caught it a little left. So we are going to be hitting over the water and the rough on this next one, but I got confidence in us. We're going to aim more to the middle of the green though, just to save ourselves a little bit of a stroke here. So that'll be a nice full 50 or 48 degree. Gonna come around, pop it up, try to get a good apex here. Oh no. Okay, we got saved because we didn't go straight at the pin there, but that would have gone right into the water if I was going at the pin, which is a good thing to think about when you guys are playing. You don't have to attack the pin every time. Sometimes you want to go a little bit right, a little bit left, just so you can have a putt at it. You don't want to be putting it in the water. That's a huge detrimental factor in how you're scoring. Because not everything, don't have to attack the pins at all times, trust me. It's not a good play. I learned that the hard way when I first started playing, so if there was something I could teach you guys about what I've learned, don't attack the pins all the time, especially if you're over water. So we got an uphill right to left putt here, huge right to left, so we're gonna aim almost like 5 feet to the right. Make sure we get a good pace on it. Oh, we juiced it. Just barely stayed in. Whew. I did not want to have that putt coming back. That'd have been a little difficult. All right. So we've got 276 to the middle of the fairway. Let's get a nice one out there. I want to hit a nice swing, a nice contact driver. We haven't done that in a while. Hey, feel free to comment and say what's up in the chat, guys. I'd love to hear from some of you on how we're doing. Coming back, up, around, and getting to this point here with a little more attack angle. Right, so maybe stand a little bit taller, sit on the back of my heels, come back. There we go, that was a beautiful swing. Try to do that again. Sit back on the heels, look at the back of the ball. Yeah, we like that, not bad. 250 carry, we'll take it. Didn't catch that great on the face, so it does make sense why it wouldn't go as far. So now we have 121 to the pin. That'll be our 48 again. $123. Oh, I might have to go. Yeah, just a tiny bit. Whew, okay. It's all right. I wasn't too mad about that one. Not too shabby. 13 yards. All right, we're gonna pop this one up high because it's looking like it's sloping away from us. So just a nice high flop, 13 yards. Really opening up that stance. Try to pop it up. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I'm opening up that stance because when I open the face, I'm cutting down right to left tremendously on it. So we got 255, not bad, okay. We're gonna try that again with our driver, see what kind of contact we can get from it. Maybe a little bit more higher of a tee. Nah, maybe a little bit lower than that. Yeah, just a wee bit, as Granny would say. Coming out to in. Letting that lag behind. Oh, that's huge, I forgot about that. Letting the club lag behind. Oh, might have to go. Okay, yeah, we got a lot of distance on that. Just letting the club lag behind a little bit. That was nice. I was proud of that one. All right, what do we got? We got 99 yards. Okay, we're gonna take an 80% on the 48. So if you guys see how much I'm using my 48, you'll know that wedges are everything, man. Hitting a nice wedge and hitting consistent wedge shots. It's what gets you those green and regs. Oh, I might have juiced it a little bit. Okay, not bad. We'll have a nice chip at it. and this is actually our last hole. So after this, I'm going to see if I can get a tee time anywhere around here. See if I can play a good 9 holes or something. Alright, so we've got a chip. It's going downhill, going a little left to right. So we're just going to aim this a little bit left. That's all we got to do. Okay, that was a lot of it left. but perfect distance, perfect speed. Happy about it. And that'll do it. So we had 2 birdies and 4 bogeys today, the rest pars. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. Pretty happy about that. Getting us closer to that scratch metric, right? Yeah, so as you guys can see, we've got it was a 7,000 yard course. Didn't feel like 7,000 yards. It really didn't. Playing at a 10 stimp and 4 bogeys, 2 birdies, the rest pars. As you can see, our green and regs were 9 for 18, so about half. That's not terrible. It's not a bad metric. We do want to get that up. You'd want to hit every single green. Unfortunately, that's not the case in golf. Fairways hit that was much better than the other day, 9 out of 14. We can really be happy about that. Means we stayed a little more consistent. I don't think I had too many. Actually, I don't think, maybe like 1 errant drive, maybe 1 went a little bit to the right after I hit that tree on the first one, but no, since then, I mean, that's not bad at all. Our longest drive was up 20 yards, 293. Very happy about that. The putts, 26. It's a lot of putts. Want to get that number down. We're playing ping pong on some holes, so it makes sense. But overall, pretty good. Happy with it. Yeah, can't complain, man. Not bad at all. Pretty happy about that. Those metrics are pretty good. So we are going to close out. And that might end it for the stream today. I'm going to see what kind of tee times I'm looking at, if I can get any. Because I'm sure everybody wants to golf right now. Very popular in Michigan now that it's a kind of a warm day. But yeah, so far not bad. We did a good amount today. I think I am going to practice my long irons a bit. So what's cool is you can go to practice here at the practice range, and I just want to feel some good contact with my 5 and my 6, because I didn't hit my 6 at all today and I feel bad. So yeah, we can do dynamic holes. That's not bad. We can do the hole, make it a little bit longer. So put it around 182 for our 6 iron. And then we could do that. We'll put the pin a little bit tucked to the right. Maybe a little bit more in the middle. Tee-box distance, change everything that way. Kind of cool. Yeah, we'll do 180, 182 is good. But yeah, not a bad metric to look at here. Not terrible. Well, I'm gonna have to take this camera down for a second. Give me one moment.
I'm streaming every single day, 5 days a week, until Grant Horvat joins my stream. I'm a 12 handicap golfer looking to make it scratch in under 365
Yeah, it's looking like there's no tee times available around here, so it looks like we're just gonna have to do some sim golf. Keep practicing. Keep her going. You know, I think I'm actually going to use this time to figure out how to stream to multiple platforms. So I'm going to end the stream there, but thanks to everybody for watching. Appreciate y'all.